The Marriage Conversation. Discovering new pathways to intimacy in marriage. With your host, Dr. Stephen Frew.
A couple I know often dream about life in another state. If only we lived out of the city, they say. I'm tired of the commute, he'd say. I want clean air. Their dreaming leads you to believe that life would really be better if only they could change their address. This is Stephen Frew. Welcome to the Marriage Conversation. It's tempting to think that life somewhere else would be easier, more comfortable. People would be friendlier. Lawns wouldn't be so full of weeds. Commutes would be painless. Psychologists have a name for this. They have a name for practically everything. It's called projection. Like a movie theater projection machine, our brains actually can pitch us out there into another community and momentarily convince us it would be better there. Our job is to ask a simple question. Would it really? Here's a true story. Many years ago, I coached a very bright and very curious middle-aged man. His father had recently retired, and he was given the job of running their manufacturing company. He was excited. There was a considerable raise in pay and perks as well as community respect. 6 months after moving into the executive position, he had a dream. In the dream, he had to go down into the basement, and we know there are no basements in California manufacturing plants. He had to go down into the basement for some supplies. What he saw astonished him. The basement was as large as the entire length and breadth of the plant. But instead of being a basement, it was his father's offices. Everything was leather and fine wood, exquisitely decorated, rich, elegant. He went back upstairs and looked out at the manufacturing plant. Wow, he thought. My father hasn't retired. He's running the whole show. He called me, and we discussed the dream. He said, I can't continue. I have the title, I have the responsibilities, but it's still my father's deal. I'm going to cash out and hand the company back to him. He did that. Within a week of making that decision, he was diagnosed with cancer. We met again. He told me, life is so short, and I haven't done a quarter of the things I've wanted to do. I'm getting out of here. I'm going to travel, ski in the Alps, scuba dive in the Caribbean, dance in Brazil. I'm going to do my dreams, and when the money runs out, I'll come back. I wished him well, and he left. He did all of those things and more. He experimented with other businesses, experimented with drugs, experimented with all kinds of sporting adventures. As the months and years went by, he stopped writing, and he slipped to the back of my mind. One day I received an urgent call. Hi, he said. It's me. I have so much to tell you. Where are you? I asked. Down the street from your office in a phone booth. Can you open a couple of hours in your schedule? I did, and the next morning we met. Well, how was it? I said. He told me all he'd done, told me about the cancer and treatments he'd received, and told me why he came back. Run out of money? I asked. No, he said. I know how to make money, and it seems I'll always have plenty of that. No, why I'm back is this. I have been increasingly unhappy. Skiing didn't do it. Scuba didn't do it. Everywhere I went, I took me. And until I'm clear with myself, no place or activity will substitute. I can't really deal with this cancer until I deal with me. His shift of consciousness was the beginning of a new path. Take a good look at the one you're partnered with. Be aware of the many ways you project onto them, or even onto other places, or onto other scenarios. Inventory what you really need to feel good and positive about your life, and begin working on it. If this conversation is interesting to you, go to marriageconversation.com. This is Stephen Frew. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening to The Marriage Conversation. For more free articles, recordings, and videos, please visit The Marriage Conversation at www.marriageconversation.com.